How's it going, everybody? I have something very special for you today. I'm at the Grand Central Mimico Presentation Center introducing you and getting a sneak peek at one of the hottest projects coming into spring 2021. As you can see, we're joined by Ryan Rabinovich, who is the founder and broker of record of Rare Real Estate. And it's an absolute pleasure to have you here. Thank you for having us. And I'm very excited to talk about the project with you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming today. We're excited as well.
So, Grand Central Mimico, let's get to it. I know I'm very excited about it. I know you're excited about it. You want to bring it to the market. Why should the viewers be excited about it? What makes Grand Central Mimico so special?
That's a great question, Mike. There's so many layers of value here. There's so much to unpack. I would say from a high level, when you're looking to potentially invest in real estate, to me, the potential within an asset depends on the amount of layers of value that are part of the overall offering, right? So as an example, if you're buying a property in the core, for example, you have the downtown core location, maybe you're close to employment, maybe you're close to retail. Typically, there's going to be 3 or 4 layers of value there. At Grand Central Mimico, there's about 7 or 8, right? We have residential, we have the retail, we have office, we have transit, we have the proximity to the lake, we have the infrastructure around us, we have green spaces all over the place. Right outside of our front door, we're building a half a million square feet brand new park. So there's just so many layers here that I would say for any sophisticated buyer, whether they invest or looking to live for themselves, I think the amount of value here cannot be matched with anything else that's ongoing right now in the GTA. And to answer your question more specifically, 3 million square feet of residential density, right? 500,000 square feet of retail and office. We have a brand new transit station that's going to be built instead of the existing Mimico GO station, which is going to whisk anyone that lives in the community to Union Station. You know, it's only 2 stops away. 500,000 square feet of brand new green space. There's so much coming. And when you drive through the neighborhood today, all you see is warehouses and post-war kind of structures. And you just have to kind of close your eyes and envision that in 10 years, all of this is going to be high rises, and that's the opportunity.
A 55-acre master plan community. That's what you're getting here. And it's mostly all owned by Vandyke, right?
Right. So we've been retained by Vandyke Properties to represent their interests in this neighborhood. They are the largest landowner in this community.
Right. So a little bit more about Vandyke in terms of development perspective. What kind of projects maybe they've done in the past? Buyers really keen to know about builders these days.
Sure. Vandyke has a really strong track record of completing projects kind of in the west end of the GTA, mainly Etobicoke, Mississauga, Brampton. They've been around for about 4 decades now. They're not only known for their projects locally, they actually have ventured now to the United States as well, and have a few projects under development in Florida. So they're really kind of expanding their market hold. Here, this is obviously the biggest undertaking that they've ever been a part of. 9 buildings, as we said, almost 3,000 units. So this is obviously something that they're incredibly proud of, and Vandyke has such a surgical approach to land acquisition and development. They're real pros at it. They have a strong team with a strong sense of pride of ownership in everything that they build. And so the audience, the buyers, can expect something that's executed at a very high level. And we can't wait to actually bring people through the finished product in 5-6 years from now.
So to me, Vandyke, I like Vandyke because it's a developer that tends to bring value to the buyers. So a good example of that for me would be, or for my clients, would be the backyard condos, which are very close here, actually, just along the Queensway. I know everybody who bought a backyard did very well for themselves, and everybody made money. Now maybe let's zero in and focus on phase one, because I know this is going to be multiple phase revitalization and development. Phase one is going to be called the Buckingham. What can you tell me about the Buckingham?
So our first phase, the Buckingham, is actually 3 buildings sitting on a common podium. The architecture is spectacular. It's really got that New York charm to it, New York industrial charm to it. We have every single building actually has their own lobby, their own entrance, their own security concierge. The north building is 12 stories high with about 106 units. The center building is 26 stories high with 264 units. And then we have our south building, which is 37 stories high with 380 units. So we have 750 units altogether. And as far as the base of the building, part of the reason that you're starting to see new development here is because this area has been appropriated as a regeneration area, which is an incredibly rare designation given to this pocket by the City of Toronto, essentially saying that the city wants to encourage density and development in this pocket. And so part of the objectives of a regeneration area is to create new employment opportunities, to create obviously density on major infrastructure, and to create green spaces. So in order to create those employment opportunities, we're also bringing a huge office component here as well. In this building alone, we have 20,000 square feet of retail, 30,000 square feet of office, and 40,000 square feet of amenities. So we have what we call the 20-30-40, which is easy to remember. And so that's part of us trying to bring those new employment opportunities into the community, create a thriving retail environment, and a great amenity base for the residents at the Buckingham.
I know you just touched on it, the architecture. I'm curious to know who the architect is. I've personally seen the key plates and the floor plans, and I realize that they're very functional. Maybe something you can mention on that.
Yeah, the floor plans actually, the architect has obviously designed the exterior of the building, but Vandyke, one of the things that they are most proud of internally is their sense of spatial design. And internally, they have spent hours upon hours trying to curate just the perfect floor plans for the Buckingham. And you'll see that not only in the kind of sizing that is right in line with what buyers are expecting to get today, you'll also see it in the interior design, where a unit that's 600 or 700 square feet may actually feel 100 or 200 square feet larger than it actually is, because of the way the interior design has been curated. And so really the credit there should go to Vandyke Properties and their team for accomplishing this beautiful, beautiful mix of floor plans.
Right. Looking forward to seeing them. The next point that I kind of want to touch on is the fact that this is a master plan community. I love master plan communities because I live in one. I've invested in one many times.
Yeah,
I'm sure you know where I live.
I love that.
For those of you who don't know, it's actually Regent Park. But this is essentially the start of something special. This is the start of a comprehensive master plan community. And in master plan communities, what attracts me most to it is not only just a potential price appreciation, a potential neighborhood appeal that is generated through the multiple phases, but also the amenities and the neighborhood amenities that are created over the course of the development. So what can you tell me about public spaces, parks, farmers market, anything like that?
Yeah. So, I mean, you have 500,000 square feet of retail and office. A lot of programming has gone into that to make sure that we're creating a thriving, vibrant ground floor for the community, because that's where life is, right? When you walk by, you want to see someone having a coffee at a coffee shop. You want to see someone shopping for groceries. You want to see that activity, that life happening around you. We've created a beautiful public realm with landscaped areas, with street art. And of course, we have a brand new 500,000 square feet of brand new green space right outside of your front door. And so all of that was with the goal in mind to create a thriving public realm that actually encourages people to come out of their units, engage with their fellow neighbors, create a sense of community, and just bring people outdoors to benefit from all of these great amenities that are created at the bottom of their buildings.
So I don't know about you guys, but I'm sold. The question is now, how do we secure a unit? We are currently living through what could be possibly described as the craziest real estate market some of us have ever seen. So what are your recommendation? How does one go about securing a unit at the Buckingham?
My recommendation is, first of all, for purchasers to be patient, only because there's no shortage of inventory here. It just has to happen gradually over the 3 buildings, and we are looking to do that relatively fast. So what I would say is get in touch with you, connect with you, and have you kind of reach out to us on your buyer's behalf. We can then discuss together what opportunities are available for your buyers, get them that first access that they're seeking, and hopefully be able to plug them into a unit of their choice. So to me, it's all about communicating that interest early, because a lot of times what I see, and I'm sure you see as well, is people are saying to themselves or to their spouses or to their best friend, like, yeah, I'm interested in this project, and they don't actually communicate that interest to the agent.
They don't take any action.
Until they see a massive response, right, and they see all their friends or all their colleagues or whoever all are interested in buying, and all of a sudden they call their agents. And by that point, generally, it's already too late. Right. So if I could give your audience here one takeaway is, if you think that you'd be interested in Grand Central Mimico, maybe ultimately you'll find that this project isn't actually for you. But if you think right now you're interested, get in touch with Michael and get that information and express that interest early on enough so that you could then express it to us, and then we can account for it in the way we roll it out. So don't wait, express that interest early today.
For sure. Thank you for having me today. I really enjoyed this conversation and discussion. I'm very much looking forward to March the 30th, which is the official launch of Grand Central Mimico. This is when floor plans, pricing, deposit structure, parking information, assignment, all details are going to be released. If you're interested in securing a unit at Grand Central Mimico, do not hesitate. Like Ryan said, act fast. Register on rightcondos.com or contact me directly. My number is 647-290-0236.